As we know that Thomas Gray has discussed about the lot or the situation of common man, about their state. So, in this remaining stanza that we will going to finish today, we will see some stanzas. Like I'm going to cover this stanza first. On some fond breast, the parting soul relies. Some pious drops, the closing eye requires. Even from the tomb, the voice of nature cries. Even in our ashes live their wonted fires. What is the longing of a dying people? So this stanza shows that what can be a longing of a dying people, even of a common man, the very simple longing. He says that one he relies on one fond breast, parting soul relies. So the parting soul, the person who is dying, he relies only on one fond breast, the person who likes him, the person who has genuine feeling for them. Some pious drops, the closing eye requires. He just needs some pious drops. It means not only that here the pious drop is not only the tear. Here the pious drop of the tear shows the genuine emotion, genuine concern, and also the acceptance of his contribution into the world and in his life. So the line says that on some fond breast the parting soul relies, some pious drop the closing eye requires. So this is all that a human being, even the common man, wishes when he closes his eye or when he dies. Even from the tomb, the voice of nature cries. He says, even from the tomb, even after the death, there are some memories, some natures, the life that he lives. It cries. It means people. He wishes that people should remember. So this is the general conception of a dying people. This is general conception that world has. Even in our ashes live their wanted fires. He says even in our ashes, even in the general life, uh, even the stories that and the deeds that were there when the person were alive are there. It is in the wanted part, the usual lifestyle of that person is also alive in everyday life that is wishing for. Next stanza is for thee who mindful of the unhonored dead. He is giving a suggestion to the readers. In fact, he says, for thee, those who are mindful for the unhonored dead, those if somebody is dead and the person is unhonored, it means the unrecognized state of a person. Then what happens? It going is the part of the discussion of this stanza. Does in these lines their artless tale relate? He says that their life, those who are dead, those who are laying in uh, the graveyard, they are artless, they are fameless. So, and their death is unhonored. So, he says that can someone relate it? Can someone find a same kind of the feeling? And it can only happen when they can understand the meaning of the unhonored death. If chance, this is that if chance by lonely contemplation led, if somebody can get a chance, then he should contemplate over the state of the farmers, about the state of the dead people who are unrecognized, about the graves who are unrecognized. Some kindred spirit shall inquire thy fate. Some kindred spirit in some person who has the same kind of the feeling, same kind of the empathy, can understand the basic requirement or the longing of some pious drops, or the longing of the some fond breast, that or the longing for some dear one, because nobody wishes to be unrecognized even after the death. Nobody wishes for unhonored unhonored debt. That's why he said that if somebody get chance, then they should contemplate on the condition that these grapes are unhonored. They should get their due respect. So these two stanzas are interrelated. In the first stanza, we find a general requirement of a dying person. In the second stanza, we find that what is the value of a honored death and what is the value of the unhonored death. In another way, he is indicating towards the graves of unhonored common people. In that way, he is also giving his uh, elegy. He is showing his elegy. In that way, we find that Thomas Gray is highly concerned about the expression of his grief, though his idea and his way of expression is different. He is giving comparative idea. He is comparing the state of the person who are privileged, the person who is not privileged. So he is giving the word honored dead and unhonored dead. So the common people are unhonored. They are without epithet. Now moving towards the next stranger like that. Haply some hoary headed swan may say, often have we seen him at the peep of dawn. The meaning of the happily is by chance, or if somebody is getting the chance again, the same meaning if chance. Haply some hoary headed swan. The hoary headed swan means a person who is lover, a person who is experienced lover. Because here is the meaning of hoary headed is the person who has the gray hair. But if there is swan, the meaning of the swan is lover, the person who is in youth. So this kind of the oxymoron is there. So the meaning is the person, those who are experienced in the life, uh, those who are loving the life, those who understand the meaning of the love in their life. So these people may say that often have we seen him. It means after the death, they can talk about the people who are dead now. They can say often have we seen him at the peep of dawn. Usually we have seen him during the time of the morning, brushing with hasty steps the dews away. And his brushing is going ahead with hasty steps. It means he is in hurry. The dews away. He is making dews away. It means he is in haste and going in the morning. Where? To meet the sun upon the upland lawn, to go to see the sun, to go to see the day. That was his mundane routine, to visit on the upland lawn to just pass some time in the morning on during the very early morning. So this is something that is represented as a memory for as the parameter of an elegy is that people remember. So he's giving remembrance. He's remembering the common man without giving any name. That the hoary-headed swine may remember. It means most experienced, lovable people. The person who understand the life may remember him like that. Now moving towards the next stanza. There at the foot of yonder nodding beech. There the beech is the branches tree filled with the branches. Nodding, it means it is making moves in uh, during the time of the breeze in the breezing morning. There at the foot of yonder tree, people say we can say that we have seen him nearby the nodding beach, nearby the branches tree, and the tree that can rest. The meaning of the reeds, that meaning of the reed is covers that can recover its old fantastic roots so high. It means the person who is dead now prepared usually to visit the tree, like in the villages people are around the tree, the branches tree, the very long and the dense tree. So his listless length at noontide would he stretch. His listless strength, it means he used to rest nearby the tree during the noontime and pour upon the brook that babbles by. And pour upon, it means moving towards the brook, toward the stream, some kind of the pond. It is giving the images with the babblings that is making, it is giving image of stream that is restless. So here the image again remembering the common man, that a common man used to go to the trees, branches, and some ponds and passing his time. So another kind of expression of elegy, a love for the common man. Hard by yon wood, now smiling as in scorn. There is some historical reference of yon wood. Yon wood is a novel, and it is an apocalyptic science fiction. And there is some story. It was written by Jean Dubrow. So there is a story that there is a character in, or a prophet in John Wood, and his name is Althea Tower. And Althea Tower sees a future of the world that is burning, that is apocalyptic, that is disturbed, and it was in dream. And when Althea came out of the dream, could not forget the dream, start to mutter and start to speak some statement, phrases, words. So this image can be taken here as an example, as a reference. So hard by Yoon Wood, now smiling as in scorn, muttering his wayward fancies, he would rove. For understanding this stanza, we can understand the imagery of unhonored death. If somebody has if somebody imagines of the unhonored death during the time of the life, then can realize, uh, can get the value of an honored and unhonored death. He says that hard by yon wood, now smiling as in scorn. If somebody can understand the unhonored death, unhonored death, then can realize the future that is disturbing, that is apocalyptic, like Althea saw in the dream. Now smiling as in scorn. And the person will smile, but this is scornful, painful, will start to mutter his wayward fancies, he would robe, and he will start to mutter, he'll start to talk like the Althea started to talk, the fancies that the fancies that person have of, of his death. So will not be the happy experience to realize that there is unhonored death. Now drooping, woeful, van like one forlorn, and will start to lose his life and drooping with the down head, moving, traveling the life without enthusiasm, without the excitement. Woeful, it will be painful, even just to realize that there is unhonored death. It will be like the word has fallen. So this is another way comparison to realize the people that uh, the respect of common man who are laying in graveyard is due, or crazed with care, or crossed in hopeless love. They will realize that this is crazed with care, that they are deprived of the care, crossed in hopeless love, and they will find that their life is hopeless, even the love has no value if there is unhonored death. So this is another way to give the tribute to the common man. Now there is another feeling that talks about uh, that what people will think after the death, and how may they can talk about the dead people, or the poet himself, or anyone. One morning I missed him. After the death, people will say that, oh, I missed him. He is not here on the customed hill, on the customed hill where he used to go. When people will not say, they will miss him. They will say, okay, he's not here. And along the heath, along the uncultured or the uncivilized land where he was, he's no more. He's not there. His favorite tree, and he's also not nearby his favorite tree. Another may come and also say that, nor yet beside the rill, and he is not beside the stream, the pond he used to be, nor up the lawn, and he's not nearby the lawn even, nor at the wood was he, and he's also not in wood. It means he's no more. People may talk about the dead, or the people, especially the setting shows that about the common people, about the farmers who used to live their life in customed hill, who used to live in the heath, that was uncivilized land, who were used to live there nearby the trees, who were used to live nearby the rill, or thereby the lawn, and or thereby the wood. So these kind of the talk may be there after their death. And when they will find that he's not there, finally they will find that he's dead. And the way that there will be dirge is the death song. The next with dirge due in sad array, people will sad that now he is no more. Slow through the church by path we saw him bore. And we talk that okay, I saw him, his coffin that was going by the church, the into the graveyard. Approach and read, and they will go to see him graved on the stone beneath yon aged throne. Here the yon is the archaic word for the here or the there. So they will find that he's grave, now he's dead, and on the stone beneath, he's dead on the stone beneath yon aged throne. It means he is dead. He is in his grave. On that way people can talk, and here also Thomas Gray missing or giving the tribute to him. Now the last three stanzas, that is in the form of the epitaph. The epitaph, it means the engraved memories on the stone, on the dead body. It may be in wooden form or on the marble. So this is another way there is to reflect the memory to for common man. The first stanza is highly important. It talks with personification of the earth. He says, here rest his head upon the lap of earth. It means his is the common man again. Now he is no more, and he is resting on the lap of earth. It means he is in the grave. A youth to for a youth to fortune and to fame unknown. People will say he this is the this was the fortune of that youth, but his fame was unknown, means he is not known. This is the epithet of a common man, that he is not known, but he is dead. Fair, but fair science frown not, but the science has the common. He says that the science is common to everyone. He has not frowned. He's not, science is not making any discrimination, because his humble birth, it means the process of the birth in biology is common to everyone. So science or the biology is not ridiculing it, it is giving the same respect. And melancholy marked him for her own, and the melancholy in the lamentation is same. People who missed him, they laments for him. So this is there are there are three imageries that are paved. One, the person, the common man is dead, and he is in the lap of the earth, and it's common to everyone. And the fame of that person is unknown, yet science is not making any discrimination. Melancholy is not making any discrimination for him. And moving towards the next stanza, that is, large was his bounty and his soul sincere. Heaven did a recompense as largely sent. He gave to misery all he had, a tear he gained from heaven. This is very fantastic line. He said, "Large was his bounty. He was his contribution was large. He did marvelous thing to the earth, to his community, and his soul sincere." It means the person who was the common man's soul was pure, sincere. Heaven did recompensate, and nobody recognized, but the heaven is taking it as honorable thing and recompensating it as largely sin. He gave to misery all he had, and all the miseries he faced in his life is no more. No, the God has accepted him. A tear he gained from the heaven. It means the drop, the heaven is raining in the form of the tear. The heaven itself is giving tribute to the common man. It was all he wished, a friend. He wished for that, um, that tear, or that, you see here the stranger that we have started, we can go back. uh, that pious drop. He was wishing for that pious drop, so he found it in the form God himself is giving him that particular respect. He heaven from the he gained from heaven a tear. It means a drop, a pious drop of the respect to him. That is the greatest tribute that a common man is gaining. Nor father seek his merits to disclose. This line is showing that no father seek his merits to disclose or draw his frailties from their dead abode. No father, the father never seeks that his merit to disclose. It means the God is not willing that he can disclose and come in the form to respect him or draw his frailties from their dead. And in the the God, the father does not need two things, does not wishes for two things. One, he does not want to know that his merits should be disclosed, and also the frailties should be disclosed. It means the merit of the God and the merit of the father in the form of the God, the merit that he respects his tribute, and the frailties that people should not get to know, so it is in the form of the rain, not in his presence himself. There they alike in trembling hope repose the bosom of his father and his God. And you say in that way God has accepted for father, the father and his God, the bosom of his father and his God are equal. It means God has accepted him, accepted the contribution of his life. In that way we find this poem is highly uh, respectful, highly contributed in the recognition of the deeds and lots of common man. So this is the great tribute or the great elegy for the common man. This is all for the classes, and uh, I hope that this lecture will help you to understand this particular elegy and this piece of the writing. Thank you.